Hey guys, welcome to today's video. So today I'm going to be sharing 3 lessons that I have learned since starting my YouTube channel. All right, so first things first, if this is the first time that you're stopping by my channel, you're very welcome. Thank you for stopping by. My name is Abby and I am a feminine life coach. So I help the stressed out professional woman achieve a work-life balance by embracing her feminine nature, taking care of herself, and having strong boundaries. So, one of the key things that actually led me to today's video was that number one, it occurred to me that I am 1 year and I think 2 weeks old on YouTube. So, my anniversary on YouTube just passed. And in a conversation with one of my clients who was looking to start her own channel, there were a couple of suggestions and tips that I shared with her. And I thought, you know what? Why don't I come tell you guys? Because I know there are a lot of people who want to get started on YouTube, but they're terrified. So I hope my lessons help you, and I hope that you get that push that you need to get started. All right, so the first thing that I have learned since being on YouTube is that the process of actually creating and posting video is going to change you positively. Like when I look at the first video I created and my later videos, it's like night and day, right? And what you guys don't know is that the person that I used to be when I first started my channel and now they're completely different, completely different. Being on YouTube improved my communication skills. It made me more articulate. Like I would go to gatherings with people and people would be like, oh my gosh, you're so articulate, I love the way you speak and things like that. And I wasn't a terrible speaker, right? I wasn't a terrible speaker, okay? but but I believe that consistently talking to you guys, creating these videos, knowing how to structure the way that I speak to you guys has really helped me the way that I communicate. And that has also helped open up opportunities for me as well. Okay, I'm getting ahead of myself, Amy. All right. I'm just going to leave this point here and say that even if you don't have any specific thing that you want to do or you want to achieve with coming on YouTube, just the process of creating the video, so actually filming, learning how to talk to a camera, enjoying the process, editing the videos and posting them, it's going to change you positively and it's going to elevate you. In addition to my communication skills, being on YouTube has improved my confidence in terms of speaking to as well. And I would say overall, because it's a different way of public speaking. So if you're somebody that has a fear of public speaking and you notice that you're not able to, you shiver and you just freeze in the presence of people, I would recommend that you start your own YouTube channel. It really doesn't matter if you have the perfect thing or not. Just kind of take the action. What's going to happen is that the consistency and the process of doing these videos are going to rewire your brain to be less fearful of speaking in public. I'll give you an example. So last year, I went for a conference and gathering, and I did not know that I was going to be called on a panel in front of people, right? It was a women's conference. I suspected it, but I didn't know. So when they called me to speak in a panel, I got up and I sat down there. And as I was talking to this woman, it reminded me of how I talk to you guys on YouTube. And it just kind of feels like I'm having a conversation with friends. I can tell you this, if I did not get on YouTube, I don't think I would have been that confident, even though, again, I wasn't a terrible speaker, but I don't think I would have been that confident the way that I was. So I say this to say get started. If you are just, you're twiddling your thumbs, you're like, I don't have the perfect thing, just do it. Post the video. Eventually, you get better. You get better at making videos. You get better at coming up with the things that you want to say. Just don't worry about that. Just post the first video. That would be my advice. All right, the second thing that I have learned since being on YouTube is that consistency is key, and in a way that you don't know. So one of the key things and lessons that I learned from other people who have been on YouTube when they were getting started, they had told me try to stay consistent, you want to be in the algorithm and things like that. And it's true, your consistency will help you in terms of the algorithm recognizing you and pushing your content. It will help. But consistency changed me. Like being consistent on YouTube actually made me a much, much better person in terms of having my goals and staying consistent with achieving my goals and manifesting the things that I want. I know, crazy, huh? But it's true, right? Because when I started YouTube, I wasn't sure how I was going to stay consistent. Like I started with modeling content, right? For those of you who don't know, I also do professional modeling. So I started creating content on modeling, and then I switched to creating self-esteem, self-worth, things like that. And then I moved to femininity, and now I do all. So I didn't really have like a drawn plan of what I wanted to do. I just knew that I had the desire to push out a message to a wider audience, but I didn't know how it was going to turn out. So you see, it really helps you. It actually ties to point one, but being consistent is not just for the algorithm to like you, okay? It's going to give you and build your character in a way that you're going to become a much more consistent person with the things that matter, with the things that you want to do or the things that you have a desire to do. All right. So one of the advice that I would give is, for example, if you're wondering how do you stay consistent with YouTube, I say this to say it's a process, okay? But one of the key things that really helped me is bulk shooting. Like I wouldn't just shoot one video and call it a day. I have specific time blocks and days of the week. I have a routine where I create multiple videos at once. And then I have a time where I do the editing as well. And then I have a time where I just post everything. So it's kind of like a schedule. That helped me a lot because for some of you who are watching me, you already know, but for some of you who don't know, there were certain times that I put within my schedule to take a break from YouTube and just to care for myself, right? Self-care things. And I've been able to do that because I had videos already scheduled for you guys. So you were able to still tap into my content, but at the same time, I was caring for myself, right? So this will help you a lot. This will help you so that you don't burn yourself out because you want to have a YouTube channel. It is so unnecessary. You don't have to do that, especially if you are coming from a place where communication is not your thing, but you feel like you have a message that you need to put out there. You feel like you have a purpose for why you're doing it. Then I would say that this is going to be an important skill for you to be able to have a way that you incorporate the making of these videos and just pushing out content as part of a routine, and have a way that you can schedule them to give you enough time to rest, to recover, and to come back feeling refreshed. All right, so the third lesson that I have learned since being on YouTube is that don't rely on any sort of validation that you are getting from the people that are watching your content. Now, I am so blessed. I am so blessed. Like I was looking at my channel analytics the other day and I was like, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, because when I first started, I did not have any subscribers until like March. I started like in January last year and I was putting out the content and I didn't have any subscribers until March. And then I think I had like 9 subscribers and I was like, oh my gosh, well, 9 people have subscribed. I never subscribed. And I remember there was a day I remember that I was doing some editing and I was just kind of having an off day that day. And so I was like, okay, let me go check my YouTube channel. I was excited, right? And then it moved from 9 subscribers to 8. And for that brief second, I was like, whoa, do I end this? Like, is it even worth it? You know what I mean? It's like, I don't know, for that brief second. And then the next second was like, oh, okay. Oh, well. And I say this to say that I needed to experience that in order to continue to stay consistent. Let me tell you this. There's certain times, especially if you have, it depends on your goals, okay? But I would say that if you have a purpose behind the reason that you're getting on YouTube, your purpose is bigger. It's way bigger than any sort of validation or any sort of need for validation that you're seeking from social media. So if one of the key things that's stopping you from being online is because you're not sure that people are going to support it, but it's in your heart and you just speak it out, I would say go ahead and push that gas up. Like press the gas pedal and just put the video there. And don't focus so much on whether people are going to clap for you or not. Now, I will be honest, it's a great feeling when you put out a message and it resonates with people. It's a great feeling. It's like, okay, I've done something good today, yay, right? But you're not always gonna get that, right? There were times where I just gave you guys an example, but there were other times where you create a video, you think you're going to have this reaction from people, and you don't. So it's like, oh, am I doing the right thing, right? Still do it. Do not post a video because you think or you don't think that it's going to get the right reaction. Focus on the reason why you're posting a video. If it's tied to a purpose, the better. Because your purpose is bigger than the fear or the need for people to validate you. Eventually, what's going to happen is that the right people are going to be able to connect to your message and they are going to get aligned with it. And the people that don't, your message does not work for them, they'll fall away and deselect themselves from your life. And that's what you want, right? You want the right people in your field and you want the wrong people to fall off, right? So again, I say this to say, when you're starting out, you're going to have that need for people to validate you, clap for you, like the video, comment, and things like that. And that's great because that will help you with the algorithm. It would help promote your content. It would help, it will help push the video out. That's good and that's great to have. But even if you don't get that, that doesn't mean that you should stop. That's the key point here. Don't stop. Please don't stop. Keep posting, keep sharing the message that you have, and just have that faith and trust that the right people will find the message, the algorithm will favor you and push your information to the right people. Okay, there are other things that you can do to improve the way your videos show up. There are people that you can hire to help you with SEO and things like that. You can do that, but the most important thing here is you as the creator don't lose focus on the fact that you have a message for the world and the world needs to hear it. So no matter what happens, I'm going to continue to show up. Okay, that's the important thing here. And I'll tell you this for free. There will be times where you're not going to want to do anything. Like I also went through that process. There will be times where you're just like, nope, I don't want to, leave me alone. Okay, I'm done with this. There will be those hard times. There will be times where life would just be life. And, you're human. And what do you do? Well, what helped me during those periods is already having content that's out there, content that you can reuse, content that you can schedule ahead so that when you're having those off days, you get to be yourself. You get to be human. You get to rest. You don't have to pretend to be something that you're not just so that you need to show up, right? You get to be authentically you and accept the human side of you and still stay consistent and showing up for the world, okay? And showing up for yourself, of course. So that's going to be important. That is important. All right. So I hope you guys enjoyed these tips. As I was speaking, like there was a lot at the back of my mind and I was like, oh, they need to hear this, they need to hear that, they need to hear that. So if I feel like it, I will create more for you guys, especially those that are getting started. Another bonus tip that I wanted to mention is that as you get started with creating these videos, you may not necessarily have like a full-term plan, but what's going to happen is that you're going to start getting ideas on what it is that you actually like, what it is that you feel comfortable putting out there, what it is resonates with the audience that you're looking to get across to. You're going to get these ideas and these prompts. So I say this to say, don't worry about it. Like for me, I started creating modeling content, right? And then I moved to my self-love and self-worth and self-esteem. And now I teach femininity and all of that. And can you guys guess what happened? So because of my experience and me being able to teach these things, it opened up more opportunities for me, right? Now I have a coaching business where I'm using the things that I have been using privately. I'm now teaching it and helping women with these things. So being on YouTube and just being consistent with teaching the things that I practice in my life open up opportunities for me to now help others. You see how this works, right? You see how this works. Like when I started YouTube, I did not think that was what was going to happen. I was just coming here and just telling you guys about the things that I've been doing that has been helping me, right? And slowly by slowly, women started reaching out to me and asking me questions and things like that. And then I transitioned into having a coaching business. So you never know where being on YouTube is going to get you. But I will tell you this, it's going to open up good opportunities for you because you don't know who's watching and you don't know who your message is helping. But I'll tell you this, the people who your messages are helping, they're going to come meet you and they're going to ask you, hey, do you have more of this? Can I sign up with you? Right? So it's going to open up opportunities for you. So if you're looking for like, excuse me. So if you're looking to like start a business or anything like that, being on social media will help you and it will elevate you and take you to those places that you never ever dreamed of. All right, so I hope you guys enjoy the video. It was so fun. Like I missed being on YouTube because I did take a break. So I missed you guys. If you notice, our background is different. So much has changed. But I'm ready for you guys this year. Oh yes, I'm ready for you. And speaking of this year, so even though I've been off YouTube for quite some time, I've been on Facebook. So if you haven't joined my Facebook group and you're a professional woman, hello, what are you waiting for? Like it's free. I'm sorry. Is that even an option? It's an option, but it's a good one, right? So I do have a Facebook group where I essentially chat with the wonderful women there. I give them tips and tricks. We communicate and share with one another. We help one another. We have live boot camps and masterclasses every month. And speaking of this month, I do have a Work Life Balance Bootcamp coming up on January 27th no, January 29th to 31st, right? And I'm going to be doing this every month with key pain points and key areas that professional women are struggling with. I'm going to be giving you all my tips, all my strategies, all my systems, basically what I used to be AB. Okay, what I use to enjoy my life, I'm going to be sharing with you guys. So if you haven't signed up to join the group, girl, the link is in the description box. Go check it out. Okay, check it out. It's free. Check it out and see if it resonates with you. Other than that, ladies and gentlemen, I will see you in my next video.